If any of y'all have whirlwind romances in the next year, remember who told you how to approach this next season. And that's what people call like the spark. Like we just had so much chemistry. We just had so much. I just felt it. I just felt such connection. Just because there is a spark doesn't mean it's a connection. I don't care how charged that spark is. Matter of fact, if there's a spark, run. It's going to be your foolproof guide to never make the same dating mistake again. This is your foolproof guide to never fall for another, just not attract the same guy again. This is it. This is the only safety bar you need, the only railing that you need. Don't even worry about it. You should not ever have the anxiety again that you're going to end up in the same place that you ended up after your last heartbreak, because I'm going to make sure that you don't because of this. So, a man who is wounded, avoidant, and disconnected cannot contain or cannot connect with a woman, a girl, whose nervous system is healed. And it's not because she's too good for him, though she is. It's because her body literally won't let her. I've been on this journey. If you've ever wondered why you keep attracting the same type of man, or why every kind of nice guy seems like boring from the start, like it's just like very boring. It's giving boring. It's giving PBS. It's giving, what is that channel that streams? C-SPAN. It's giving C-SPAN. If that kind of guy seems boring, just like so nice, he's just like very nice. Once you start like healing and doing like once you start healing and doing the actual work, this is why your nervous system is running an entirely different operating system now. Like, and what used to feel exciting no longer feels exciting. They are speaking a language you no longer recognize as love. And the thing is, or like attraction, or like anything like that. The thing is, whenever this all actually started with a tweet, because I've been in this like deep, I guess you could call it somatic, but I discovered something that healing first starts with the Holy Spirit and then it transcends into the body. And I used to think it was body first, Holy Spirit last. It's Holy Spirit first, body last. That's why you need to be eyes peeled for my book, because the book is the first step to healing any kind of brokenness in your soul with the Holy Spirit. And then you can move on to healing your mind. Are we online? Can you hear me? Knock, knock, knock. Can you hear me? Here's the thing. I used to think that when I gave up my desires for what I wanted my life to look like to God, that I would in some way, some misguided way, get less back. But like, let God dream for you and you'll get more than you bargained for. His dream is even better than yours. His desires are even better than your desires for you. Yeah, they might not be clear at the beginning. Yeah, you might have to like walk in faith for a while, but they'll start to look so good. You're gonna be like, I would have never, with my crude palate, been able to refine my desire so deeply, so well, to come up with this monster of taste that is emerging. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe it. Keep doing what God is doing with you while he's doing it through you, because you'll be surprised about where you end up. I'm just like, my mind is churning. If you guys are wondering what I'm talking about the little brand that I'm building on the side that I'll share with you when I'm ready to. But it's called God. I'm not gonna tell you actually. Hee. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about something very specific, and this is why this chat is for girls only. Because when you are embarrassed to tell your friends about that guy because he's either medium ugly, very ugly, or just like it's like embarrassing. It's like bad for the brand. It's bad for business to even mention the fact that you have any kind of emotional attachment, entanglement to this man, and you just don't want to talk about it, or like you don't want to talk about it, or you don't want to talk about your past. The past is always very embarrassing because you were embarrassed. Like I was embarrassing in the past. Like everyone is just like a little embarrassing, a little cringe until they're not anymore. That's how it goes. You're only cringe. Hold on, putting my iPad up. You're only cringe until you're not. Anyway, a man who is wounded, avoidant, and disconnected cannot contain or cannot connect with a woman, a girl, whose nervous system is healed. And it's not because she's too good for him, though she is. It's because her body literally won't let her. I've been on this journey. If you've ever wondered why you keep attracting the same type of man, or why every kind of nice guy seems like boring from the start, like it's just like very boring. It's giving boring. It's giving PBS. It's giving, what is that channel that streams? C-SPAN. It's giving C-SPAN. If that kind of guy seems boring, just like so nice, he's just like very nice. Once you start like healing and doing like once you start healing and doing the actual work, this is why your nervous system is running an entirely different operating system now. Like, and what used to feel exciting no longer feels exciting. They are speaking a language you no longer recognize as love. And the thing is, or like attraction, or like anything like that. The thing is, whenever this all actually started with a tweet, because I've been in this like deep, I guess you could call it somatic, but I discovered something that healing first starts with the Holy Spirit and then it transcends into the body. And I used to think it was body first, Holy Spirit last. It's Holy Spirit first, body last. That's why you need to be eyes peeled for my book, because the book is the first step to healing any kind of brokenness in your soul with with the Holy Spirit. And then you can move on to healing your mind, therefore moving on from whatever it is you were in, and then moving into where you're going, and then doing everything that goes with it. But this part, the opening the hips part, you know how people are like, I'll put the tweet. It's like the girl was talking about how she's like, I think I need to do those like hip opening yoga poses, or like where I cry and all of these things, because all of these suppressed emotions get released during this practice, da 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 da. And I was like, you know what? I started doing it at the end of every morning Pilates session, because I just started doing it at the end of every morning Pilates session. And I did it because I was like, I don't know, I just have tight hips generally. And then I kept doing it, and all of these things kept coming up and coming up and coming up. And then I started learning more about it. And then I started learning about like TRE therapy and all of these things. And I was just like, wait a minute. I'm literally releasing things out of my pelvis area, which is your center of safety, your center of identity, your center of knowing who you are, your center of boundaries. It's your center. It's where you allow things into your life, figuratively, literally, everything. So I'm going back and forth with Chat, my baby. Chat, my baby. Yeah. I'm going back and forth with Chat. And one of the things that pops up in our discussion is men who are chaotic, avoidant, wounded, selfish, entitled, disconnected, cannot connect with a woman whose nervous system is healed. And relative to my page, that was doing numbers, okay? It was doing numbers. It cannot connect. You cannot connect. They cannot connect with a woman whose nervous system is healed. Was the last guy you talked to any of those things? Was he chaotic? Was he avoidant? Was he wounded? Was he selfish? Was he entitled? Was he disconnected? If he was, that was just a mirror of something that is happening from you to you as well. So I started noticing this pattern. I started to see it, and I was like, this is great, because I'm never going to fall into that trap again, because now I'm different, because my nervous system is healing. First, the healing started with Jesus, then the healing has moved into my body, and the way that I'm able to release the energy in my hips and in my pelvis is helping me so much. So your body decides safety before your body decides interest. This is your body decides what's safe before your brain decides, before your brain picks up on it. So your nervous system, and when I say nervous system, I mean your system of nerves in your body. They are electric, they are living and breathing, they exist. They're your like grid panel, your electronic grid panel. And they're constantly scanning if something is safe or a threat. If a food is safe or a threat, if an environment is safe or a threat, if a person is safe or a threat. And there's this thing, if you grew up around if you grew up in an unsafe environment, if you grew up around a lot of chaos or like emotional volatility in your home, whether through your mother, through your father, through whoever was taking care of you, or through friendships, or through teachers, friend groups, moving around a lot of volatility in your environment, that's what your brain perceives as home, because that's what you've always known. Like, you think it's normal to have those emotional highs and lows, and to look for approval, and to look for dopamine from other people, basically. And so anyone who's avoidant, and I guess we should talk about attachment styles, but if you don't know about attachment styles, watch the video in the description box. You'll know about attachment styles. It's like very 101. We did that class in 2020 back in the day. The whole internet did that class in 2020. So any avoidant man who runs hot and cold, you're going to be attracted to them. You're going to be like, oh, this is it. This is normal. Your body is just looking for whatever it called normal back in the day. Even if normal was dysfunctional, it's going to look for what it called normal. This goes for relationships with men. This goes for your relationship with food, your relationship with basically anything. If you sought comfort in food when you were 7 and you kept doing it, you're probably still doing it if you haven't figured out a way to not do it. That's all I'm saying. So that unpredictability, it actually triggers dopamine spikes that your wounded self and your wounded nervous system interpret as attraction. It's like, oh yes. And that's what people call like the spark. Like, we just had so much chemistry. We just had so much, I just felt it. I just felt such connection. Just because there is a spark doesn't mean it's a connection. I don't care how charged that spark is. Matter of fact, if there's a spark, run. But once you actually heal, your body stops mistaking anxiety for chemistry. Like, it's no longer right, because you have a new baseline for what feels right. Proverbs 4:23, guard your heart, for from it flows the issues of what? Life. Your nervous system your heart is a part of it. Like, it is the gatekeeper. A healed woman's body will reject what her younger self, your healed body is going to reject what your younger self would have chased. See what I mean? Like, I see it now all the time, where I see like huge age gaps, and I'm like, girl, run. He's not your dad. This episode is for the girls, man. Like, run. He is not your father. He's not your dad. There is no reason. A 33-year-old man has nothing in common with a 21-year-old girl. You know, that's a bit rude. She might. But chances are slim. We move into entitled men, and I don't really want to talk about them, because I never actually it gives me the ick to even think about. Anyway, they need you to be destabilized. It's just like insecure men. Like, they need you to feel like you're off center, kind of, so that they like feel like they have some kind of power over you. It's very gross, very disgusting. I don't even want to spend time on it. Just know that if you're healed, you cannot, and okay, I'll go through it for your sake because I think it's so gross. But whenever you are emotionally laboring after them or wanting them or like showing them proof that you are trying to win their approval or you're proving something to them, then they're like, okay, like they want you to keep doing that behavior because it gives them attention that they never received. They feel like they're entitled to something from you, to your energy, because of who you think they are. You know what I mean? So when you have a regulated nervous system, when you are coming from a place of wholeness, which is all I mean by a regulated nervous system, wholeness, okay? You don't have to over-explain yourself. You don't even bother with over-explaining yourself. You don't bother with anything that feels like the opposite of feeling like peaceful, head empty, no thoughts. It doesn't feel like rejection anymore. You know, like when you have someone like who you're talking to and it's like the text could make or break your whole day, basically. Like not getting a text from them could make or break your whole day. And then you bringing it up to them is like non-consequential to them. Like they don't care, basically. And like you keep trying to like chase their care. This is what I mean. Whenever you're actually healed, it doesn't feel like rejection because what you're trying to do in that case is maybe this does fun. I used to do this. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make up for the fact that you were rejected by showing them that they don't actually reject you. Like you're trying to show yourself that they didn't reject you. And so you keep going back like a dog to her vomit. Okay. The people you attracted in your past before you were healed were people that mirrored the dysfunction you found a home in. It's like before you were saved. There are a lot of things that were normal to you. Not even saved. Before you had like a deep relationship with the Holy Spirit, there are a lot of things that were normal to you. There were a lot of things that were like, I don't know, going out, getting blackout. I don't know if you did that. Going out, getting blackout drunk and doing a lot of stuff, touching a lot of substances, being loose with your body, whatever you were doing. I don't know what you're doing, sister, or just like not living in a way that reflects the character of Christ because you didn't even know what was going on. You thought it was like all well and good. You could go to the club on Saturday, church on Sunday, everything's fine. Can't do it's like not, I don't know. The more you learn about spirits, the more you're like, no thanks. Things but no. But then when you started to learn new things, you just decided to desire different things. That was your spiritual nervous system changing. That was spiritual wholeness coming to you. And so when it starts happening on the physical level, when you're more grounded in who you are emotionally, when you're more grounded in who you are spiritually, physically, you're no longer playing games with yourself. So then people don't play games with you. People no longer play games with you. However you treat you, however you see you, however you interact with who you are in your heart is how other people do too, guys included. So whenever someone is unhealed and you attract them, a part of you is unhealed. Notice what part of them triggers you the most because that is the part of them that is the part of you that is unhealed the most. And I don't recommend seeking people out to figure out what your triggers are. You can do that just fine without them. So whenever the time does come for you to meet someone, maybe there's a lot of people who are going to meet people soon in the coming year or something. I don't know. Find the sensation in your body first. And obviously you take it to the Holy Spirit. I'm not saying exalt your body over the counsel of like wisdom. I'm saying figure out what it's doing to your body because it's real and factual, backed by data, backed by experience. The wrong person, like they make you break out, they make you gain weight, like they literally take the spark. You know what hurts me the most? When I see a celebrity or someone get married and they lose their spark and I'm like, dang, I mean, I'm not the Holy Spirit. I didn't make that I don't know, but dang, like all aura gone, like everything that made you magnetic gone. Like stop explaining yourself. Also, stop explaining yourself. Whenever you do come to the place, whenever you do come to the bridge, you don't have to explain everything to everybody. This is the number one sign of a healed nervous system. You owe nobody an explanation for every aspect of your life, except for the Holy Spirit. Like, you don't have to tell people everything. Let them be your best friend. Let them be your sister. Let them be your brother. Let them be your parent. Like, you don't owe any one person 100% truth, play by play, hour by hour of what you did, how you feel about it. Like, you don't owe everybody an explanation of what you're doing, how you're doing it. Like, just chill out. Like, you can do you and share what you want to share and be selective with what you share of yourself. You're so precious. Like, your energy is so precious and so beautiful. Like, the second you shed it on someone, the second you share your energy with someone, they get life from it. You know why they get life from it? Because you are so about you and so about the Holy Spirit and so about who God made you to be that you naturally attract. If you are constantly leaking energy and you're constantly taking that beautiful energy and putting it in the place of like someone on the street, like, look at me, look at me, look at me, like, approve of me, accept me, love me, adore me. It's like a double negative, so it ends up being neutralized because you're already accepted, you're already adored, you're already approved. Like, what's the point of you going out looking for it? There's no point. You just attract the wrong people. You do you so hard that the world has no choice but to look. As corny as that sound, why would you fit in when you're born to stand out? And when you do run into the boring guy, just give him a chance. Give the boring guy a chance. Just give the boring guy a chance. I mean, well, it's the worst that could happen. I've never done it, but shoot, this is girl talk after all. This is a chit chat for the girls. Give the man a chance, okay? Just give the boring guy a chance. Maybe he's boring because he makes sense. Oof. Like, the idea of someone boring is just like, I don't know. When you heal, when you become healed, you're not losing options. When you become healed, you're not shrinking. Like I started with when I said that whenever God decides to start doing things through you, you really just DJ turn me up a little notch. Like, you take it up a level. You're not losing options. You're gaining options. You're gaining the right option. You're becoming invisible to the things that no longer serve you, the things that were never supposed to find you because you were being your false self. When you're able to be your actual self, when your nervous system is whole, when you're healed, when you're securely attached to who God made you to be instead of insecurely attached to who God made you to be, then that version of you can attract the life that God has designed for you. That is the point. That is all there is to it. Shedding all that isn't so that all that is can shine forth, number one, and can help as many other people do the same thing. Wow. That got really deep. I don't know why that's so heavy. Maybe there's a lot of healing that's going to come through that for someone. But your days of attracting the wrong things are over. The wrong men. Don't be scared. Oh my gosh. Because I'm slightly, y'all know. I want invitations. If anyone here is getting I want invitations, okay? Just know I want invitations. I'll be waiting. My inbox is open. Y'all know my email. Y'all know my Instagram. If any of y'all have whirlwind romances in the next year, remember who told you how to approach this next season. Because the thing is, the world system, I'm ranting now, but the way that the world does it, everything takes forever. You'll be with someone for 5 years and then you'll date and sometimes God will do that. Don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted, but most times it's that's why I'm not tripping, because I'm not trying to be pregnant before I ever hit my ultimate goal weight. So I'm not the concept of just being the home of a body right now is just wait. The street signs, wait a little bit, just wait a little bit, just slow down, wait. Okay, I will see you next week.